Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kevin Harvick's Busch Beer Head for the Mountains Pocono win from 2020. As always, take a quick look at the box. As you see, you got your typical raced version box. NASCAR Cup Series, got your winner sticker and raced version. Got 2020 race winner, 2020 Pocono Raceway winner. Got to render the car right there, standard finish. Made a total of 840 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish. Got your winner sticker. Got the 2020 race schedule on the back of the box. I still cry every time. 2020 Action Racing Collectibles. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. Set a special paint scheme for the Pocono doubleheader. Why wouldn't you run a mountains-based car for the Pocono race? That's honestly pretty clever. It's also got a bit of an old school look to it. That's why I have the 80s can in the background, because it's got the white mountains. It's got the gold stripes down the side. That kind of looks like the old can there. So I feel like it's supposed to be a throwback. I mean, the whole Head for the Mountains thing was part of their promotion in the 80s. They had commercials that would have a Head for the Mountains song with, horses jumping and owls and stuff in the commercials. So it's supposed to kind of be a throwback car. I kind of wish they would have put the 80s can on the car. But anyways, this of course does come with your raced winner stat card, if you want to see that, if I don't drop it. It was funny that both this and the Dover doubleheader was both run. One race was run by Denny, and the other race was run by Harvick, because, that was 2020 for you. But anyways, let's do a quick 360 of this car. So honestly, a really cool paint scheme. Like I said, very, very clever to run a mountains-based car for Pocono. That is cool. I do very much enjoy that, but like I said, this is definitely kind of throwbacky. At least especially with those gold stripes down the side, because like I said, that is exactly what's on that old can. Also pointing out, this is one of only 3 cars this year that was actually just Busch and wasn't Busch Light. As far as I'm aware, the only cars that were actually Busch this year was this one, the Forest Foundation car, and then his Darlington Throwback. I'm pretty sure every other car was Busch Light beyond that. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Busch Beer, brewed in the USA, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Got Ford Mustang, number 4, and Stewart-Haas Racing. Down the side, you have Head for the Mountains. Got a picture of a regular Busch can right there. Got Exalta and Rush Truck Centers in front of the rear wheel. And behind the rear wheel, you got Haas, Jimmy John's, and Hunt Brothers Pizza. Said you got an owl on the back, you got a horse on the front. Really cool looking car. The background is basically a forest in front of mountains, of course. On the C post, you have Mobile 1, and on the B post, you have Ford, Mobile 1, Haas, Fields, and Hunt Brothers Pizza. Got 2 winner stickers on the name rail. Just has your regular contingencies and such up there. On the back, you have Busch, got Mobile 1, Ford, and the number 4. On the deck lid, you got Busch Beer, and on the roof, you have Mobile 1. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. See, it says powered by Ford, Mobile 1, Haas, and Wix filters. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. This also does have the roof camera Ford logos on it. I forget what it was, but there was one render recently that actually had that on the clean car render. I'm kind of curious if it ends up coming out like that. Was it one of the 2311 cars? There was something that on one of the 2D renders that actually had roof camera logos, and I'm like, please actually start putting that in clean diecast. But anyways, now let's get down to the part everyone's waiting for. That is the race win detail. Once again, pretty much every single one of Harvick's wins this year, they're pretty clean. That if you want to get these specifically just as race versions, it's probably not for you. I've been buying these because I want all these Busch cars, and he ends up winning in every single one of them, so I might as well get the accurate win over the clean version. But you see the front end is white, so you can see a lot of dirt and grime and rubber buildup. That looks quite nice. Down the side, you got... Wait, why is there 2 jack stand arrows? Was that like that on the real car? Or did they, was that where it actually was on the real car, and then they added another one because they usually move it to go where the actual jack stand on the mold is, and they forgot to get rid of the other one? Or... look at a picture to see if it's like that on the real car. That's kind of funny, actually. But anyways, you got your typical dirt and stuff. It's kind of a darker blue car, so it's kind of hard to see a lot of the details farther back. Said there's a lot of black trees and stuff around here, so it's hard to even tell what's there is rubber buildup around the quarter panels. But There's a few little marks and stuff on the back bumper. It looks like he got pushed a little bit on one of the restarts. And see, the left rear tire has some of the lettering rubbed off, and that's about it for Race to Win detail. Like I said, if you want to get this just as a race version, this is definitely not the car for you. I bought it more for the paint scheme than anything, because this is definitely a cool paint scheme. Probably not the best paint scheme he's ran all year, but it's definitely a cool one. Can't wait to see what Busch comes out with for 2021. I mean, we already got one car for Speed Weeks, which is basically just a primary car, but it's actually kind of metallic and silvery, kind of more like the actual Busch cans. Because, I mean, these cans, even back in the 80s, were like kind of shiny and metallic. So I think that's what they're going for with is the crew car for Speed Weeks. I won't be picking that up, but I will only be picking that up if Lionel gets it correct. Because I'm very concerned that car will come out and the diecast will be just like the primary. It'll be the same color as the primary, not even be metallic at all. But if they get it right, I will buy it. But can't wait to see what else they come up with this year. I really hope he runs a Busch dog brew car. They had a special like pet brew for beer because, you know, dogs can have alcohol and hops and all that. So I really hope he runs a car for that this year because that was kind of a cool thing and ended up being very popular. Or hell, run that Busch Latte car you kind of cheated us out of last year. Like, the reason they didn't run the hunting car last year was because the cans weren't out yet. The cans didn't come out till, like, January or, like, December, so that's fair. But the Busch Latte cans came out, and they had a car that was just a primary car but said Busch Latte, which is exactly what I wanted the entire time, and they just didn't run it for no reason. Like, come on, guys. Run that again this year. But hopefully Busch, you know, continues their running way too many paint schemes because they're all really cool paint schemes. They make for fun diecast, and like I said, last year ends up winning in almost all of them. Last year, Harvick won in all but 2 of his Busch paint schemes. That's hilarious. The only ones he didn't win in was the Pit for Busch car he ran in Speed Weeks, and then that National Forest Foundation car, which is my favorite Busch car out of all of them. But anyways, if you want this diecast, it is a brand new release. You can get it right now. For some reason, this came out months before the clean version of this paint scheme. Not really entirely sure how that happened, but the clean version not coming out until like the middle of March. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Kevin Harvick's Busch Head for the Mountains Pocono win. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.